Eating less and exercising more doesn't always lead to weight loss. The real problem, your body isn't burning fat, it's storing it. And blood sugar is the key to this vicious cycle. If you're tired of gaining weight, tired of cravings, tired of energy crashes, stick with me today. I'll show you exactly how blood sugar controls fat storage and how to fix it. My name is Dr. Adam. I'm a naturopathic doctor and a men's diabetes coach. And I focus on uncovering the root causes of insulin resistance and low testosterone and belly fat in men. And in this video, I'll explain how your blood sugar levels impact all these issues. Here's the big picture. Every time you eat, your body breaks down food into glucose, which is your main source of energy. It's a good deal. That works well. But if there's too much glucose in your bloodstream after a meal, it becomes a problem. Your body has to remove it quickly because excess blood sugar is toxic. If you've never used a CGM or checked your blood sugar with a fingerstick test before, you might be surprised to see high blood sugar levels in the morning, even if you haven't eaten. If you fasted overnight, it's like starting your car with a full tank of gas without stopping at a gas station. This happens for several reasons, including what and when you ate them the day before. But for now, just know that you may not actually need more food to fuel your day. Now, ideally, that extra sugar gets burned for energy right away by muscle or stored as glycogen in the liver and muscle as a quick fuel source for later. And you do that before you eat, again, ideally. But if your metabolic health is broken, these pathways will start to fail over time, which is referred to as insulin resistance. And at that point, your body is doing two things that make it super difficult to lose weight. So number one, it converts that extra blood sugar into fat as a last resort. And number two, high levels of insulin in the blood will lock that fat into place. So think of food as fuel, and again, think of your body as a gas tank. Every time you eat, you're filling up the tank. But if you keep refueling without using up what's already there, well, the fuel tank overflows. But instead of gas spilling onto the ground, like at a gas station, that excess fuel gets stored as body fat. And that's a problem because it makes it harder for your body to burn what's already been stored there from yesterday. And if this keeps happening day after day, year after year, well, your metabolism eventually breaks down and gets stuck in this fat storage mode instead of fat burning mode. So you can see how this becomes a vicious cycle. Now, it is true that just because you're storing fat doesn't mean your metabolism is broken. The body naturally stores fat for energy. But when insulin levels stay high in your body and your blood due to trying to fill up a tank that's already full, your stored fat isn't accessible for fuel. That's the real issue, not just fat storage, but the inability to burn that stored fat efficiently. So it's this 1-2 punch of storing fat plus locking it into cells that's keeping you overweight. Here's the deal. A healthy metabolism seamlessly switches between burning sugar and burning fat. That's what we're after. It's kind of like a hybrid car. But when blood sugar stays high all the time, insulin levels also stay elevated all the time. And it's the high amount of insulin in your blood that prevents stored fat from being used for energy. So here's how you know if this is happening to you. If you have constant cravings, even shortly after eating, if your energy crashes after meals, so especially if you're tired around 10 a.m. or 3 p.m., or you have stubborn belly fat, no matter what you try. In my experience, those are all signs that your metabolic health is in trouble. You're heading towards diabetes if nothing changes, or if you're already at that stage of disease, it's not too late. But it is critical to start the reversal process as soon as possible. Because here's the challenge. If your fat cells are constantly storing instead of burning, this is typically how it plays out for guys. So chronic inflammation leads to weight gain and joint pain. Fatty liver comes next as your liver starts storing excess sugar as fat. And somewhere in that mix, testosterone drops as visceral fat piles on, which converts that testosterone into estrogen. And then a guy will get diabetes or worst case scenario, have a stroke. I see this all the time in the guys I work with. So much so that I even have a new name for it. I call it metabolic burnout. And look, I get it. You probably sacrificed your health for your career or your family. I respect that. But all that stress, the lack of movement, the crappy sleep, the convenient diet, all that led to blood sugar issues and weight gain, metabolic burnout. So here's where you can start to fix this. This is what you can do to switch from fat storage mode to fat burning mode. Now, the first thing is to time your carbs right. So eat carbs strategically around workouts or in a smaller window to prevent constant blood sugar spikes. But if you have type 2 diabetes, you need to be super strict around carbs, meaning no grains, no potatoes, no added sugar. The second thing, improve metabolic flexibility with intermittent fasting. This stops the onslaught of insulin, forces your body to tap into stored fat for fuel, and it naturally decreases how many calories you get in a day. And this isn't just another diet trend. I think intermittent fasting mimics the natural eating patterns our ancestors followed, and research shows that it improves insulin sensitivity and metabolic flexibility, making it easier to burn fat instead of only relying on sugar as fuel. And I recommend most guys start with a 12-hour fasting window. So for example, you don't eat from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and then gradually increase from there as you get more comfortable. So most guys land on a 16-hour fasting window followed by an 8-hour eating window. The third tool is strategic nutrition. So protein and fiber slow down blood sugar spikes. That keeps insulin in check. And they also those foods keep you full longer. High protein foods like chicken breasts or Greek yogurt or egg whites, these are high protein and low fat, which will help prevent you from snacking because you feel full longer. It also prevents blood sugar spikes and crashes. Last thing, number 4, is to track your blood sugar. A simple glucose monitor or a CGM can show you exactly how your body reacts to different foods. It will tell you if you're waking up with a full tank of fuel. It will also give you an idea of your daily average glucose level instead of just checking it every 3 months with an A1C. Okay, so to recap, the goal is metabolic flexibility. You want to burn glucose from food as fuel, but also tap into fat reserves when needed. You can do that by being strategic with carbs, intermittent fasting, eating a high satiety diet, and then tracking your glucose level. The key to fat loss isn't just calories, it's blood sugar control. Yes, a calorie deficit is necessary for fat loss, but how your body processes and stores calories depends on your overall metabolic health. So start there. If this video was helpful, feel free to subscribe for weekly men's metabolic health tips.